Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's F1 2021 release date, as you know, and we will go for the story mode, which is a breaking point story mode. Pretty much hyped for F1 2021. This is the first time we are getting this kind of story mode in the F1 series. So let's get going. So we have to select a team. So we have options of 5 teams here. So AlphaTauri, Aston Martin, and then Alfa Romeo, Haas F1 team, and Williams. We can choose anyone. The story mode remains same, but it's up to the player to choose which team they want to go. So as you can see, Aston Martin. This series is a part of 3 seasons. Basically, we will play as a rising star from Formula 2, 2019. We will be the champion of Formula 2 in 2019, and then go towards Formula 1 2020 and 2021. So this is 3 seasons. So we can choose which Formula 1 car or which Formula 1 team we have to go. The story mode remains same, only these options are given. We can choose any cars. Basically I am going for Aston Martin because I feel this has a better aerodynamics and also a better car compared to others, and a little bit of updates towards my driving style. I have kept medium traction control, and as ABS is on, and then towards the surface it's pretty much realistic we will go with, and then flashback maybe we can use it for some unforeseen use cases, and then race stats I'll go for manual. Yeah, pretty much that's about it. So we will start as Aiden Jackson. He is one of the major characters in this breaking point storyline. As you can see, it's a F2 season 2019. It's basically last race, so I have to win the championship. I have to win this race, and let's go for this cutscene.
An incredible race! Look at it! Every driver is being so aggressive! Check it out!
They'll all be feeling the pressure right now, none more so than young Aiden Jackson from Carlin.
That's right. Rumors from the paddock talk about a possible future for Jackson in Formula 1. And with only a few laps to go, this is still anyone's race.
The atmosphere here is electric, and we couldn't have asked for a better finish to the F2 season here in Abu Dhabi. Aiden, you're doing great. Keep focused. You know what to do. Copy that.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have an objective. So we have to finish first to win this F2 championship. We have only 2 laps. So this is the F2 car. So for those who don't have much idea about what are F2 cars, these are feeder series. Formula 2 is a feeder series to Formula 1. So whoever becomes champion has a chance to go in Formula 1. So this is where we have to showcase our skill, and if we are champion we will go through towards Formula 1. So this is 2019. So Aiden Jackson, we are in 3rd position. We overtook Sete Camara. So 2 more places to go. So we have to win this. This is the objective of this season 2019 season, F2 season. So basically we are the protagonist of this breaking point series. So one of the major characters, I would say. So we have to win. So our objective is to win this championship and move towards Aston Martin team in Formula 1, as we have already selected Aston Martin as our team for this breaking point storyline. Basically this is F 2019, so F2 2019. So we will be the champion after overtaking Latifi and Giotto. And then once this is completed, we will be in the F1 2020. So where we will be in not in Aston Martin, because in F1 2020 Aston Martin was a Racing Point. So in 2021 Racing Point became Aston Martin. So we'll be in a pink Mercedes in 2020. So we'll be partnering Casper Akkerman, one of the other major role in this breaking point storyline. So basically we will be partnered against a veteran teammate. So this is how it is. The story progresses like this. So how well we can gel together and then compete against the stars of Formula 1. Basically Casper Akkerman is a bit older in the Formula 1. He has many experiences in Formula 1. That's the story says. So basically we are coming as a rookie, and we'll start challenging him, and maybe he gets pissed off. And there is also a Devon Butler, a villain of this series, so he will always keep poking his nose wherever he can, and insult each other and make life a lot harder for Aiden Jackson. So let's see how the story proceeds. It's just a start of this series, so we have to overtake Latifi. It's very tricky, I would say, especially coming from F1 2020. It's completely different, so the handling model is changed. It's very tricky, and one wrong move or wrong corner exit, you lose the back end. And as you can see, it's very tricky, especially the F2 cars, even trickier than F1 cars, because you have you'll have the straight line speed around 300 kilometers, which is comparable to Formula 1 car, but the braking distance as well as the cornering speed is pretty much not up to the mark as Formula 1 car. So I'm a bit struggling. It's the first time I'm playing Formula 1 2021. So yeah, so it's position 2, so I have only one lap to go. As you can see, it's almost 5 out of 6, and we are reaching the end of this track. So it basically I'm playing in the hard mode, so it doesn't have similar to what we had, like how AI speed we can choose based on the number of points, that is not there in the Breaking Point storyline. So we have only 3 modes. It's I think casual, challenging and hard. So we are in the hard mode, so that's the reason that it's a bit difficult to catch to those guys. But I have last one lap to go and 1.1 seconds. Let's see if I can catch and pass Kyoto, and then win the championship, F2 championship, and then proceed further for F1 2020 season in a pink Mercedes alongside Casper Akkerman, and maybe Devon Butler as a rival. Maybe, I don't know, he might be in some other car, maybe Alfa Romeo, or I'm not sure which car he will be put into. Maybe it's an Alfa Romeo. So let's see, let's wait and see. And moving on to the straight line, so it's pretty easy overtake because I have DRS. I think I'm not able to gain much amount of time, so let's see, I can overtake in this section. Yes, so that's done. I think we have overtaken the Kyoto for first position. I went deep there, so it's how it is. It's learning. So and hopefully Kyoto doesn't come back at us. I think I am blocking the inside line so that he has to go outside, and then I will have the inside corner towards this corner. Yeah, it is turn. So that's it. I think I should be able to maintain this and then win this Formula 2 World Championship, and then moving on to F1 2020 Chapter 1, that should be the ideal case. And then let's see what happens in the story mode of Breaking Point. So there is a lot of content, I would say. It's around 6 hours of gameplay, it seems, for a casual player. That's what the Codemasters have promised. Let's see how it goes. We will see about this, and it's a final section and a final few corners towards F2 Championship. Let's see, as you can see, it's very tricky, and especially the curbs are even trickier this year. So it's like you will be on jumping wheels itself. So yeah, that's it. I think we got some few achievements, I guess, and that's about the race victory, as well as a Formula 2 championship, as well as a ticket to Formula 1 in the Breaking Point storyline. Very good. And I think we will have a different cutscene compared to the normal celebration ones. I think, yeah, Aiden Jackson has a nice helmet. I think this will be carry forward throughout the storyline, I guess. The helmet design will remain same. These cutscenes are similar, but I think we will get a new cutscene for the celebration, where I think we will get a chance to meet yeah, our team boss. So we can see the cutscene, and let's proceed further.
Indeed. After this, I guarantee that Jackson will be the hot topic in more than a few upcoming F1 team meetings. The future's definitely bright for this young driver.
So, Chapter 1 of Breaking Point, Australian Grand Prix, several months later after winning the Formula 2 Championship. I think we will proceed towards the press conference. This is the first time we are getting this kind of press conference in the Formula 1 series. And let's hear what Aiden Jackson talks.
Aiden, now you've made the leap to Formula 1, no surprise to anyone who's been watching your career. How does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your first race?
To be honest with you, Will, it hasn't really quite sunk in yet. The team has given me a fantastic opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime, a dream come true. So, to answer your question, I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes, you know? I've even had to pinch myself a couple of times. So, yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming. But out on the track, the speed, the noise, even the smell, it's all the same. I just hope my driving is too.
And what about Casper Akkerman? Are you intimidated at all having such a seasoned and experienced driver as your first teammate in Formula One? How's that relationship coming along?
I've always looked up to Casper as someone to aspire to. Growing up as a kid, his pictures all over my bedroom walls, you know? The dream was always to be Casper. But, as it turns out, I'll be racing alongside Casper, which is good enough for me. I get to learn from the best. Besides, every legend has to start somewhere, right?
Aiden, just wondering if we can get your reaction to the obvious comparisons that are being made between you and another F1 driver. Much like you, he made the transition from F2 to F1 last season. What do you say to the press here and to your fans who are calling you the new Devon Butler?
The new Devon Butler. I'm alright with that. Does that mean we can lose the old one?
You come over well. They like you. I don't know what you were worried about.
Thanks.
You know, everything's going to be fine out there today. I just know it. Just do what you did in F2. Easy.
Thanks, Brian. I won't let you down. Come on, Aiden. You've got this.
So basically a rookie in F1 2020, so you'll always dream of it, I think, as a child. So that's what he's talking. And also a new Devon Butler. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. And this is where we get a new screen for Breaking Point storyline. So we have a TV screen, we have social media, we have email, and as well as the storyline. So let's listen what Brian has to tell.
Oh, hey Brian. Yeah, I'm in my room.
Good. Well, have a look around. I hope you like it. Should be everything you need in there. News feeds, social media. It's hooked up to the lot. Just do me a favour, eh?
Go on.
Make sure you check your emails. I think there's a message in there for you.
Oh, right. Thanks, Brian.
Take a breather, do what you need to do, and I'll see you before the race.
Nice one.
So Brian is the team manager, I think. So he is common for all the teams. So yeah, so he's just giving us the guidance, what is there and what needs to be checked and all stuff. So these are the emails. And also Aiden Jackson has a mum. So let's see what mum has to say.
All right, Ma. Yeah, it's going all right. Just getting ready.
I saw your interview.
And?
You need a haircut.
All right. Well, thanks, I guess.
But aside from that, you were great. I'm so proud of you, Aiden.
I know, Ma. Thanks.
I wish I could be out there with you. This is everything you've worked towards.
Yeah, I know, but you'll be at the next one.
Just do what you do, and everything will be great.
Thanks, Ma.
And remember, mirror signal maneuver. And always stick to the speed limit.
Great advice. I'm all over it.
I know you are, love. I'll speak to you later. Good luck.
Bye.
Yeah, so typical mom to son conversation. So haircut, proud of you, good luck, do well, all these things. Yeah, so let's want to race. So Australian Grand Prix. So this is a chapter 1. We are starting in the mid race. So basically this is a story oriented. So breaking point story mode, what we are playing. So it will not be like a normal race start and then you do some laps and then you finish and then all these things. So this is not the case here, so we will be starting in a mid-race, so maybe 9 laps remaining. Okay, so let's see. I think there will be an objective somewhere. I think we have to see what is the objective for this.
Ease up ahead, let's try and bring you two closer together. Okay,
and it seems that Aiden Jackson is asking about Casper Akkerman, where he is. So we have to catch Casper Akkerman before lap 11. So we have 5 laps to catch him, and I think he is around 7 seconds ahead of us. So we have to gain 7 seconds. So that's pretty much a huge gap, I would say. But I don't know. Maybe it's game. I think he might be struggling with some tire wear or something. Let's see how it goes. I'm playing for the first time F1 2021. So the handling model is completely different. Trust me, F1 2020 and F1 2021, it's a huge improvement. I would say it's very fun to drive. At least in this F1 2020 was good, and it's an improvement on that. So especially in the cornerings, and also you can literally feel the car and the surface also. The tire bumps over the curves, everything can be felt pretty much easily in this game compared to F1 2020. But anyway, let's move on to this breaking point storyline mid-race in the Australian circuit. So I'm losing the back end. I think I'm just getting used to it, and it's been usually we used to play my team, and we used to have a lot of downforce. So in this case, it's a normal car. It's pretty much 5th best car, I would say, and we cannot have the same pace and same corner speed as the top F1 car. So I'm just getting into grips here. So I caught Ricardo in a Renault. So let's see. I think I already caught 2 seconds to Akkerman. It was 7, now it is 5. Maybe we should be able to catch him and pass him. Maybe something happens. I think it's a storyline, so it's scripted. So as soon as I catch Akkerman before lap 11, I think a cutscene would be there surely, and something dramatic will happen. And then from then on, I think the story continues to chapter 2 and so on. I don't know how many chapters are there in this storyline, so we'll just have to wait and see. And that was a very good overtake from the outside. I think I had that corner. It will be pretty difficult, at least in F1 2020 it would have been difficult, but I think in F1 2021 we are able to do that kind of maneuver. I think that shows how improved handling model is in F1 2021. So I think I went in inside. I think he turned in. George Russell has turned in. But anyway, no harm done, no damage. Especially in this game, the damage model is improved. As you can see, in the older we used to only lose the front wing, and maybe with a huge impact, I think we used to lose some wheels. But in this game we have many other components where damage can hinder. So for example, side pods can be damaged, floor can be damaged, as well as the rear wing, which is a new to F1 2021. So we should be very careful not to do that kind of maneuver where we could have damaged our floor or something like that. So yes, anyway, we are moving on to this race. As you can see, right in front of me is the villain of this story mode, Devon Butler. He was featured in 2019 F1 game. It was a short story mode in F2 where Butler was the most egoistic F2 driver. So the same guy, same egoistic person, and who I think will be a problem creator in this breaking point storyline. So anyway, it was, as you can see, it was very tricky move. I think I don't know how I did not get any damage. I was about to check the damage. I think there was no damage. Maybe it was a pathetic move from Butler. He's known for it. I think he wanted to block me. But anyway, so now only the Akkerman is in front of us. So as you can see, the red dot means we have to still catch him. I think once we catch and pass him or something, it will become a green dot. That means objective is completed for that moment. Let's see. I think we are in lap 9, so we have 2 more laps to catch him, maybe pass him. I don't know. It's only the objective says only to catch him, so there could be some cutscene after that. I would say maybe that's what the objective says. So we have to catch him, and once we caught him, I think maybe the cutscene will take over and we can witness what happens actually after that catching the Casper Akkerman, and maybe We have the villain just behind us, so something dramatic may happen. Let's wait and see. So let me just fast forward this lap so that we can see the cutscene. I would say I think lap 11 will be nothing but 10 out of 15. So as soon as we start that lap, I think we should be able to see the cutscene. So let's wait and see what happens. We almost caught Akkerman, and let's see if we have some scene. Yeah, so I think this is the cutscene. Let's see.
Australian Grand Prix this has been, but there's still plenty of time for more drama.
There certainly is, Crofty, and these two have been fighting each other incredibly hard so far. They don't want to go tripping over each other though, because Devon Butler is coming up from behind. He's on the attack too.
Aiden, Casper's not your priority. We need you to defend.
It's okay. I've got this.
Here comes Butler. 3 abreast going into turn 11. Oh, this can't work, and it doesn't. Ackerman's off onto the verge of what looks like damage as well.
Is he okay? Is Casper okay?
He'll be fine. He's heading for the pits now. You just concentrate on the race.
And there we have it. So I'm sure there's going to be fireworks in the Racing Point garage this evening.
There will be, Crofty, for sure. Look, it was a late move from Devon Butler, but you never want to see two teammates make contact, and Akkerman will surely be seething at that one.
Absolutely. And I tell you who else isn't going to be happy too. Aiden Jackson. Not how his F1 race debut should have gone.
Damage appears to be minor. How's it feeling, Aiden?
Yeah, car's okay.
Understood. See how well you can do out there.
So that's an epic dramatic scene, I would say, where we almost pushed our teammate Casper Akkerman. There was no way I think Aiden Jackson could do anything because of Butler, Devon Butler. As I told you, is the villain of our series, Breaking Point series. So I think he caught us and he wanted to pass both of us. So Casper Akkerman as well as Aiden Jackson ourselves in that corner. 3 cars in one corner, it's impossible. Someone has to bail out. I think no one bailed out there, so that's the impact. And finally Casper Akkerman's race is destroyed. I think the blame will still go for Aiden Jackson, that is us, because we shouldn't have allowed Devon Butler to overtake us in the first place. So maybe that's what it is, and it's anyway first race of our Formula 1 campaign. So maybe this is not expected. You should never crash into your teammate, especially in Formula 1. It is very, very bad thing to happen. So let's see what happens after this race. So now the objective changed to just finish the race. So we have to finish. The car seems okay, but I'm struggling a bit because of maybe some damage. But let's see, the Butler is still there, so let's see if we can give something and pass him and move on to this Breaking Point storyline and see what happens after post race. Let's fast forward till we catch Devon Butler. We should start hating this guy. I think he wanted to provoke both of us. I think if it was not for him, I think it would have been an easy move over Casper Akkerman. So because of him, I think there was no chance to bail out for Aiden Jackson, which is us, because we were in the middle. So right hand side, Casper Akkerman didn't want to bail. Left hand side, Butler didn't want to bail. So we were sitting duck there. So we had to do something. I feel we should have hit Butler instead of Casper Akkerman. Anyway, so in this lap 13, we easy overtake, I think. So anyway, we overtook Devon Butler. At least we did something good apart from that crashing into teammate. And anyway, let's fast forward to the final lap. I think we would have been further up ahead if you have overtaken Akkerman properly, and then maybe we could have challenged Norris as well as Albon. Maybe Albon would be difficult. I think he's in Red Bull, so he's in the second best car. At least in F1 2020, the Mercedes was the fastest car, and the second best was Red Bull. And third best was this pink Mercedes, along with McLaren. So we were catching Norris, I think, but 3 seconds is too fast because it's similar. I think both Racing Point as well as McLaren, both are almost similar identical cars. So and Norris is a pretty good driver, so maybe that's the reason we couldn't catch him and pass him. So I think we should settle for 10th place after that dramatic incident between us, Akkerman, as well as Devon Butler. So we have to wait and see what happens in the post race. So maybe some talks with respect to the people who got crashed, like Akkerman as well as Butler. Maybe Butler, as usual, is an egoistic person, so we'll see what he says. Usually, I think no one will take blame, so it's always the rookie who gets blamed for everything, even though it's not his mistake. So because it's easy to blame the rookie compared to the veteran as well as some other team guy, because it is you and your teammate who crashed, not the other guy. So anyway, this is the last lap. So anyway, I think there is no way we can catch Norris, and Butler is too far behind, so 1.5 seconds behind us. Yeah, that's it, guys. We have to wait and see what happens in the post race. It's a difficult scenario for both your team as well as your teammate, who will be frustrated for sure, because you will never expect a rookie doing that maneuver, especially in this first race of the season. And also you would expect that a rookie will take more time to get used to it and all, and he will not be able to challenge the veteran, but that was not the case. We were faster than him, we were quicker than him, but maybe a rookie mistake from our side. We should have known that Butler would do something dramatic there, or a silly mistake like what he did. But anyway, that's end of this race, end of Australian Grand Prix, and as usual, Mercedes wins. It should be Lewis Hamilton, I think. Yeah, so Lewis Hamilton has won, and then these cutscenes are similar as before. There is no change. It's same as F1 2020. Only few things related to Casper, Akkerman, Aiden Jackson, as well as Devon Butler will be new things here, as well as the story content. So let's see. I think, yeah, this is Casper Akkerman. It's a red helmet with a dragon on top. So he's not happy. He's disappointed. So yeah. So let's move on to this celebration. I think Lewis Hamilton will have this celebration, and Max Verstappen somehow beat both us. That's how it was in 2020. So let's see what happens in the post race. All the celebration, and the people who got crashed, as Casper Akkerman would be cursing himself, and maybe he has a grudge over his new teammate, that is us, Aiden Jackson, and Butler is always there to do something mischief. Let's see. So it's post race, as you can see, chapter 1 post race Australian Grand Prix, and yeah, let's see what happens. So that's what it says. Awkward incident between Butler, myself, and Akkerman. So anyway, let's see what happens.
Listen, I don't know what happened out there. It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then? Who was the idiot behind the wheel of your car? You're pathetic. You won't even admit when you made a mistake. How did they ever sign you?
Oh, Butler. Devon, I didn't see that.
What, like out on the track today? You nearly took me out, mate.
Look, I don't know what happened. You cut in, I swerved. Next thing I knew, Casper was out.
Whoa. Mate, I was nothing to do with it. Whatever that was all on you. Don't be trying to pass the blame because you haven't settled in yet.
Sorry, Aiden. Just bear with us 1 sec.
No problem.
I think that's really just a case of rookie driver, rookie mistakes. These cars are a bit different from what Aiden's used to in F2.
You seem to find your feet quite quickly after you graduated from Formula 2. What advice would you give to Jackson in his first season?
Well, stay out of my way mostly. And taking out your own teammate isn't something I would make a habit of.
Almost ready, Aiden. We're just checking audio levels.
Sure.
Seriously, Casper must be wondering what on earth Racing Point were thinking.
That's great. Thanks, Devon.
Yeah.
Okay, Aiden. Let's talk about that incident with your teammate.
Yeah, poor Aiden Jackson. I think he couldn't even justify. I mean, he was not in the wrong. I mean, he couldn't do anything. He was in the middle, and nothing can be done. Casper Akkerman should have. He's a veteran, so he should be more patient and understand what happened there. So anyway, let's listen to the Brian's call.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, what happened out there today? I had it all under control and then...
Look, let's not go through all that now. We'll talk about it at the debrief.
Right, yeah.
I was actually talking about your little run-in with Casper and Butler over in the paddock.
Oh, wow. News travels fast.
The paddock talks, Aiden. Besides, I've got ears like a hawk. Listen, Butler's a clown. The man's ego is bigger than a... No, I've got nothing. Don't give it a second thought.
Thanks, Brian.
But Casper? Yes, he can get a little hot-headed, especially after a race. But you have got to work with him. That manoeuvre today...
Wasn't my fault, Brian.
It probably cost us points. I'll level with you. A lot of people on the team are disappointed, Aiden. And I'll be saying as much to Casper. Now, learn from it and move on. But you can't let it happen again. I'll see you at the debrief.
Yeah, I think Brian at least gave some hope. Yeah, we have to learn from it. We should not do this again. Yeah, but this is a rookie mistake from our side. Even though we cannot take the blame 100%, maybe 20 or 30% was on my Aiden Jackson's account. So yeah, it's pretty much like that. But I really did not like the way Casper Akkerman talked to a rookie who is a new teammate. So you will look after him actually, because it's usually like that. Usually a rookie will always look after his teammate who has more experience. So, and also for the guidance, I think. But from Ackerman's side, it's really pathetic to treat your teammate like that. You should sit and talk together and get over it. I mean, it's the first race of the season, and you cannot be frustrated like that. I mean, it's not his mistake completely. Devon Butler was there. It's his mistake also. And it's your mistake also. Casper Akkerman did not bail out there. So it's pretty much equal responsibility of all three. Especially whatever it is, if I look at that, I think Aiden Jackson had a little less responsibility in terms of mistake, I think, because he wanted to overtake and it was pretty much a clean overtake, and then Devon Butler came and spoiled it. But anyway, this is a social media, so we can keep track of all the tweets, and most of them blame Aiden Jackson. I don't know what. I mean, it's how it is. I mean, you are the rookie, and if you make a mistake, even though you are not at 100% fault, everybody blames you. So that's how it is, I think. And also Akkerman has tweeted saying that my mood in today's race from smiley to surprised and then angry. Yeah, so he is showing his frustration even in tweets. Anyway, this is about chapter 1, guys. Chapter 1 of Breaking Point. Please stay tuned for more chapters of Breaking Point. It's a story mode, so we will continue. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. This is very important to me. And thank you very much for watching.